I will say, guys, this is one of those things that you don't really realize you need until you're lifting something and it gets a little sketchy. Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. My name is Dalton and this is Bertrand Acres, and we are going to grab the Baumalight TRL630D. It's over in the canopy across the pond there, and we have something to put on it. And this is going to be something that I should have put on weeks ago, but luckily I haven't gotten hurt, prior to putting it on there. So we're going to be doing that in this video. So let me go ahead, let's go grab the Baumalight, and we are going to bring it over. Going to pick something up over here, put it in the bucket, and then we're going to bring it to the front of the house, probably front of the garage, and we're going to put this sucker on. So let's go ahead and grab the mini skid. Water just boiled up right there. I'm guessing it was one of the carp. Put them in there and they were like maybe 9 to 12 inches long. Probably right in between there. And last time I seen them, which was like probably a month and a half ago, they were, I would say they're almost probably 2 feet long, all of them. So they were kind of just congregated right here. It's really windy right now. But yeah, they seem to be thriving here. There's some more of the fathead minnows. I'm getting sidetracked, sorry about that. Let's go ahead and do a little walk around to the pond, actually, before we get into this. Well, before we get into the main reason for this video, figured, you know what? Let's look at the pond. The pond looks kind of dull right now, not as pretty as it usually does. I will say it's extremely clear right now, but usually I have the pond dye in there, but it's getting to that time where I think I can put the largemouth in. So be on the lookout for that video. I'm gonna probably place an order for them here shortly. I think the bluegill are probably big enough now, and you don't want to just keep bluegill in here as like the main predatory fish, because I think it'll probably get too overran with bluegill if we don't have a largemouth in here, or a bunch of largemouth. So kind of a learning curve learning ponds. I don't really know much about them. I'm trying to learn. So I'll tell you right now, ADD or ADHD is a real thing, because I was on my way to grab the mini skid steer and I found myself walking around the pond looking for fish. So anyone else out there have ADHD or ADD? I'm not really sure the real difference in that, but it can be a struggle. Things can either get done really fast or not at all. And so bouncing around and doing different projects when the other one's not finished is a real problem for me sometimes. So let's go ahead. We got to move the whole TYM real quick out of the way. The Baumalight gets to be covered. It is the more expensive machine. This is not going to be out in the elements much longer. It still looks great. And I do usually have it in here as well. The Baumalight I keep in my garage as well. But for the last couple of weeks, this thing has been sitting outside. So this thing is going to be under a pole barn here shortly. You guys have seen those videos, and if you haven't, go check them out. All my equipment is going to be under the pole barn out of the, rain and sun. So I take care of my stuff, trust me. I don't just usually leave stuff out like this. It's kind of hurting me to do this. Believe it or not, it has actually been really cold here in North Florida. It's actually was 7-degree wind chill. I know it's not the same as, it's not a competition, guys. I know someone's gonna be like, oh, we'll try being in, Michigan, or what. I know, it's cold. This is cold. This is cold for Florida, trust me. Here guys, so here it is. It's like the Baumalight canopy. All my Baumalight stuff's in here. Well, not all of it, but this is gonna be a different video, both of these pieces. This thing is gonna be very handy. Again, I'm getting sidetracked as usual. Yeah, this is the tree puller. I wanted to put the thing I'm putting on in this video before I start using that, because it's gonna be really handy. I'm gonna go out and say what we're doing. I'm gonna be installing a weight kit on this thing. Now, I think they're usually shipped with them. I could be wrong. No, maybe not. I think a lot of people opt for them, and so they probably get shipped out with them on already. I forgot to kind of mention that as my problem. I do think it's going to be a good thing to have. Everyone I know that has one of these units say it's very, very handy, and everything feels more planted. So let's go ahead and throw that sucker on. Shouldn't be a hard job at all. Looks like a couple bolts. I think it's a couple 100-something pounds, something like that. We'll see when I pick it up, but let's go. Now it's a nice day today, so we don't really need to cycle the glow plugs more than once. Really, it's gonna fire regardless, but like nothing. I need to tighten up some of those lines, I think. I don't know where it's coming from. It looks like it's coming from that one right there. Yeah, probably. I'm gonna wipe it down real quick when I get it over there to the front of the property, and then I'll address that. Probably just came loose from the vibrations. Just common stuff with hydraulics. Yeah, now I will say this thing has been phenomenal so far. I have 7 hours on this little mini skid steer, but I was noticing whenever we were clearing this property here for the pole barn, when I would lift a huge thing of dirt, you know, because the dirt was relatively wet from just coming out of the ground, so it was pretty dense. I would notice when I lifted a full bucket, it would want to kind of not fully tip, but you could tell they needed more weight. You know, I'm not light by any means. I'm 240 pounds. So I think if I add another 100 pounds of this, it's going to be great. So yeah, I remember when I was lifting that stuff, it was wanting to kind of come up a little bit, and so you got to kind of feather the throttle and the controls. But I think this is going to be great to put on here. Also, look how much activity is back here. I just ordered another game camera, so I don't know if I'm going to face it towards the road that way or just face it over here. There has to be a lot of action back here. You can see coyote prints. There's a bunch of little deer, raccoons. That looks like there's definitely random dogs coming back here, but there was a coyote on the camera a couple nights ago, and so there's a lot of action here on this pad here. So I'm kind of curious to see how much activity this place gets now that it's wide open. So again, I'm talking way too much. Let's go get this thing done. That ain't light. That might be 200 pounds. let's go ahead and open this sucker up. All right, well, I gotta run to the store, I guess. I don't, this was packed somewhere else. I'm missing 4 nuts. These are threaded rods, all thread. And it only has, there's 4 threaded rods and 4 nuts. So I need 8. So I need to go run up the road to the hardware store. Hopefully they have some that will fit that. They should. I don't see it anywhere else. No. Yeah, they should all be in one bag, I would think. Right now I gotta pull these 4 bolts real quick. Okay. It's nice doing this on new machines. This goes like this. You go this, you go number 6. You go down, there's 6 grooves. Then you go with 5 grooves, which is right here. Then you go 6 grooves. So no grooves, 6, 5. No, obviously, 4. All right, guys, we got these in. I just gotta tighten this back one up. All right, guys, I'm gonna go knock out the other side and let's take it for a spin. All right, guys, so both sides are on. Again, I think it's 100 pounds each side. I could be completely wrong. I gotta look that up, I guess. But really easy. It took me, if I didn't have to go to the store and grab the extra nuts, it probably would have took 20 minutes probably. I think, yeah, probably 20 minutes. Very easy, very easy. And obviously it's one of those things that's not ever gonna come back off of this thing. There's no reason for that. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's crank her up. I'm gonna go see how it feels just driving and see if it's any, I don't know, any different than normal, I guess. Let's go ahead and crank her up. Go for a little ride. So I know that's not the main test, but I will say, just from driving it from the front of my house to over here, the same path I took basically to the house, it's less bouncy. Like it's way less bouncy. I don't know if that's just like a placebo thing, me expecting it to be drastically different. It does seem like it doesn't like bounce as much. It feels like it's more planted. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab a big full bucket of this dirt here, and I'm gonna see if it feels the same, because I kind of remember how it felt. It wants to kind of teeter a little bit when I get a big bucket of sand. So I'm gonna give this a shot real quick and see what happens. Way better. Yeah, way better. Look at it, it's like, yeah, it's 10 times better. All right. I don't even need this. All right, I will say, again, I should have done it right before I put the weight kit on, but I remember I moved a lot of dirt doing this with that little thing, and so I remember it, and it would want to kind of teeter if you lifted a big bucket. Like, I'm not saying it would want it to tip, but it feels way more planted right now, like way more planted. Like, it doesn't even feel like it's gonna tip. I feel like I could drive with that dirt pretty high up and it wouldn't want to tip over. So I think, what is it, a couple 100 pounds maybe? It felt like it's at least 150 pounds. 100 pounds, I mean, no, it's more than that. It's got to be close to 200 pounds of weight. I don't know if they would put 100 pounds on, so. But that is probably going to do it for this video. Actually, it is going to do it for this video. That little thing is so fun, and I cannot wait to get fully started on this pole barn here. I feel like it kind of needed that weight kit, so I didn't want to get started on that thing without the weight kit, because we're going to be lifting some pretty heavy stuff. I'm not going to be abusing it, but I want it to be as safe as possible, because we're going to be moving a lot of, you know, some big 8x8s, a lot of 2x6s, all that stuff. So it's going to be a lot of lifting, and this thing's going to be perfect for this job. So I want to make sure it's as safe as possible. I am super excited though. This thing, it just feels, I feel like how it should feel right now. So that's gonna do it, guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.